like hosting like a show.
Yeah,
So, like,
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I'm joined by Sarah today. I'm so excited to have Sarah on my channel. Do you want to tell my subscribers who you are?
So I also have struggled with acne in the past, particularly with acne scarring as well. So yeah, my channel, I guess, is following my journey. I've been on things like Roaccutane, I've dealt with things like more holistically, like Ebony does. My channel is just talking about all of that good stuff.
One thing Sarah's really great on is microneedling as well, which I have no experience on. I'm really excited to have her on my channel today because she can actually talk to you guys about it and give you like the answers to some of your questions.
But yeah, after my acne had finally, been under control and I wasn't breaking out so much anymore, I did actually do 3 rounds of a laser called VV laser. They left like serious marks, which actually looked even worse than the red marks for a little while, for a couple of weeks. It really helped. I managed to get rid of the red marks that way. But then the real problem for me was actually like the indentations,
like the pitting, yeah.
Quite shallow, but still very much noticeable. It's kind of like the only thing I saw when I looked at my face. Yeah. So I tackled that by microneedling at home. Essentially, this is like a derma roller. You can also get them as derma stamps, which I also have as well. So essentially, you're rolling it across your skin or stamping your skin to induce collagen. It's kind of like an old-fashioned laser. So it's kind of really getting below the skin surface level. And then your skin sees this as like a wound and then sends all it needs to repair it, including the collagen, so that you can have, your texture kind of repair itself.
Does it hurt?
Yes.
Like I'm petrified of these things, so I've never tried it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it definitely hurts. I'd say on like a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being it doesn't hurt at all, 10 being like, not that I've been in like child labour, but extreme pain. I would say it's on like a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, 6, maybe 7 on the forehead. Really?
Painful.
Yeah. As I've always put it, not as painful as the emotional pain of like wanting to deal with like fixing acne scars, which I know lots of people feel completely confident and comfortable with, and there's no reason why you shouldn't, but for me, I just felt like it reminded me of the whole year of having really severe cystic acne, and I just wanted to deal with that really.
Briefly mentioned that you tried the laser. How long did those marks stay on your face?
So I did pulse dye laser. The type of laser is called V-beam. Essentially what it's doing is it's kind of zapping all the blood, I'm gonna say blood cells, maybe that's not the right term. It gets rid of the red marks. My experience with that was also somewhat painful, but not as painful as microneedling. The red marks, they leave basically like bruises on your face for, I think it's nearly 2 weeks. I definitely took a whole week off work where I was just like sat at home doing nothing.
And how long does the microneedling last?
Like a day max. Like in fact, usually I microneedle probably in the evening at like sort of 6ish, and then by the next day I'm like fine to leave the house.
Didn't you do it live?
I did do it live,
yeah. So sometimes does it live. So like you did an Instagram story, you said that it wasn't that bad that you said, I'm going to work.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. It does die down. Like when you first see your face, you're like, what have I done?
So if it's your first time doing it, don't freak out, it's okay.
The length of the needle will depend on what you're trying to treat. So the length that I use is 1.5 millimeters, which some people will tell you is probably not necessarily that safe to do at home, which is why I really recommend doing all the research before you do something like this at home. I actually have like a tutorial that I can send Ebony to link.
We'll link it down below.
You can get anything from like 0.2 millimeters for just like surface, if you have like some discoloration. But yeah, textural issues, definitely a 1.5 is considered the minimum.
Do you do it with like bare skin, or do you put stuff?
Pretty much,
yeah. You do it on bare skin?
But I then apply like serums over the top. I use this serum, which is a copper peptides anti-aging serum. And essentially what this is supposed to do is help repair the collagen, which is the whole point of why you're microneedling. Buy everything from a website called OwnDoc, which again, I can give Ebony to link below. Essentially the idea is that you want to be like healing your skin, so I apply things that are going to heal my skin very quickly after. Say
someone has never ever done it before, and they're thinking of doing it. Do you have any advice?
I would say it's very easy for you to kind of get caught up in thinking that doing this more often will help give you faster results. Really for me the trick was patience. It actually took nearly a year to see results, and that's doing it once a month. So
so once
a month only. Yeah, gives your skin time to repair, like rebuild that collagen, which is why you're doing it.
It takes 28 days actually for your skin.
Right, exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is there anything that you've tried that was like a big mistake?
I did try and just apply MSM cream like for acne scars for like the longest time, probably like a few months, and I just don't think that there's necessarily anything topical that you can put on your face that is really going to help dramatically change like indented acne scars. I think the biggest, like the most dramatic results came from microneedling, but also incorporating vitamin A. And this really can be like from vitamin A supplements. TRETINOIN is essentially topical vitamin A. It comes from like the retinoid family. Really popular if you're trying to prevent signs of aging, but also fixing textural issues from acne. Yeah, it really changes over the skin cells at a very quick rate. Incorporating that and microneedling has given me the most dramatic results.
My key thing was moisturising.
So true.
Like, the more you nourish your skin while you've got the breakout, the less chance you're gonna have like scarring and marking afterwards. I feel like hemp oil, you know, on my channel, I love it. The properties of that, I did notice a big difference. So that in combination using frankincense oil for like natural side of things, that's all what worked for me.
I heard lots of really good things about rosehip oil because that has got a base of vitamin A, like natural vitamin A.
It depends on the rosehip oil you get. Because some rosehip oils, although we're known, you know, vitamin A, actually they don't contain that vitamin A.
So you've got to get like a good quality.
You've got, kind of looking into the rosehip. It doesn't work for me personally, but then again, some people I know absolutely love it. I always say on my channel is that, you know, if you find something that works, just stick with it. That's a massive mistake I always see people make. You know, if you find microneedling works, stick with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't try microneedling and suddenly you're like, oh yeah, that really works. Let's try doing laser as well. Let's try doing this as well.
So true.
Find a method that's really working, giving you results. Just stick with it and be patient with it.
Also, what I found recently is really helping with kind of like aging, signs of aging, has been taking like a collagen supplement.
Yeah, I haven't tried this. How have you found that?
So I found that it's, one, I was taking it for my digestive health as well, because I thought maybe it might help.
Does it help?
In terms of actually the results from microneedling, it did make my skin feel more plump. Don't know if it would take away actual like acne scars, but yeah, I definitely found that a collagen supplement was helping.
In terms of like when you're going through having scarring, what were your tips for like either covering it?
I've got a really good tip actually. It worked. It did work really well. And again, I'm not going to say that it's going to completely get rid of them. But I used to get like those beauty blenders. I still use them, or sponges, and I would rip them in half, and so that they were kind of like textured. And then I would dip them in foundation.
I've never heard that tip before.
Yeah, I watched it on like a YouTube video. I wish I could remember whose it was. It did work. So you have to get like a cream foundation rather than liquid or powder.
That's really good tips. You'll get into like all the like crevices.
Yeah.
Shall we go on to some questions? Because I actually put an Instagram story out. What serums is best to use after a needling session with acne prone skin?
I think it's really, really important to be careful with your skin after you microneedle and just put like the bare minimum on. I would only recommend a serum if you know for a fact that you don't react to it already. For me, the only serum that I apply is this like copper peptides serum, which I talked about just now. And then on top of that, I apply in Fadalan, which basically...
Oh, what's this?
It's like a little ointment, like a gel, I would say, and you kind of apply it over the skin so it protects your skin while it's healing. I should add that I do apply vitamin C serum for the week leading up to microneedling.
Oh, okay. And is there a reason for that?
So it's meant to help boost collagen. I'm not full of the science and the facts, so I've just been told, and I do.
Yeah. Is it safe to use a home needling kit?
Yes and no, I think is the correct answer to this. Yes, being that if you're doing it properly, I think you can do this very safely from home. Lots of people do, but no, if you're not going to follow like really clear instructions, you really have to sterilize your needles before you use them.
What do you use to do that?
So I use surgical spirit, which you can buy from
like
any pharmacy or wherever. I just sit it in that for almost like half an hour, I think, to make sure it's completely sterile. And then once you finish using it, you just like wash it under warm water, stick it back in the surgical spirit. You obviously can go wrong with these things, so that's why I really suggest looking at the PDF instructions.
So PARISSHEPPARD asks, what are the best products for hyperpigmentation after a breakout? Mine would be frankincense oil. That's the main one for me, the healing. Moisturising, and then hemp oil for me.
I think definitely vitamin C and the copper peptides.
And you like the frozen?
Oh yeah. So I've got a great trick, which is basically freezing MSM in an ice tray and then holding it against the cyst if it's forming, which then stops the actual red mark from forming when it kind of like goes back under. Dealing
with acne scars in anti-aging way, what do you suggest?
I think they're kind of one of the same thing, really. Because it's the lack of collagen in your skin. So microneedling is definitely going to help both.
Oils, I find in the anti-aging are really, really good. If you can just try and get them in the skincare somewhere, whether it's a cleanser that you use, like even remove your makeup at night, or you know, putting an oil on before you go to bed, I find oil is really good for anti-aging. All the women that I've met who are like older, who have an amazing skin, I always say to them, what do they use? And they always say oil.
Really?
Yeah. Thoughts on chemical peels?
Ooh, I had a chemical peel, but it was probably about 12 years ago. Yeah, it helps for a little while because you can kind of get rid of some discoloration, but I didn't find that it had like long-term benefits.
Common question.
Okay.
Can I microneedle with under skin, like post-acne red marks, or if you're still getting active acne?
I think you can do, but you need to avoid active acne. You can't be rolling over the top. The best thing that I've got for that is a derma stamp. Yeah, like a pen, and then you can just target the areas. Yeah, and that's definitely the best thing to do.
So don't roll over active acne, guys.
Don't do it, guys. No.
Thank you so much for coming on the channel, and thank you for sharing all your knowledge with everyone.
I've loved this. It's honestly been so exciting to film with you, and actually
it's been so nice having someone else in the video as well. I like to chat with. It's really nice. If you have any questions on microneedling, please do leave them in the comments below, or any questions in general on like anything we've spoken about, or any questions really. And also guys, Sarah has so many videos on microneedling, so if you like think about doing it and you either want to know more info, or even so you've got your kit and you're ready to go but you want something that's like a point of reference, then just go check out her videos as well if you want like someone to kind of like, you know, virtually hold your hand. I'll leave Sarah's Instagram as well on the screen now, and I'll put my, you know, little plug in there as well for myself. To my side right now, I'll put the video that we just filmed on Sarah's channel on acne and gut health. But yeah, have a great day guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.